Welcome to Digital Davidson and my second tutorial. In this one we will be covering how to make a circular extrusion from a single polygon. Now there are many ways to do this, and the way we're going to do it is we're going to start with a plane. And go ahead and change the color. It doesn't have to be any size in particular, just whatever you feel like. Go ahead and change the color to black, that way it makes it easier to see the segments, and switch to your top view by pressing T. Now you want to go in and make sure this is going to be a low poly circular extrusion, so you want to make sure you have at least 2 segments for length and width. That's going to give you this cross. Now wherever you make a circular extrusion, you want to make sure you have a vertex here in the middle where all the points meet, and you want it to be fairly even. That way you get a nice circular extrusion, nothing too irregular. So we could do it with just these 4 and we'd have 4 points, but that would be too low poly for my illustration purposes. So first we want to convert this to an editable poly, and then we need to cut from each corner to the opposite one. And this is going to give us some extra edges to play with. So start here. Notice when you're on a polygon, the cursor looks like this. When you're an edge, it kind of straightens out, and then when you're on a point or a vertex, you see this little dot. You want to make sure when doing this that you only click when it's showing the vertex one. So click there, click in the middle, and then continue on to the opposite side, and then right click to end that process, and do the same for the next side. Once you are finished, go ahead and exit out of that process, and then go to vertex mode. Now what we want to do is select this vertex and make sure that it's all one vertex, and you can do that by looking right here. You see it says vertex 5 selected. If it was more than one, it would say 2 or 3 vertices selected, but it's just a vertex with a number. That means there's just one. Okay, now an easy way, we could draw out a circle with the cut tool, but an easier way to do this would be to use the chamfer tool. So what we're going to do is select the chamfer tool, click and drag to about the size we want our circle to be, and this is going to give us a low poly circle. Now go ahead and control click, or just click polygon and click on this middle polygon right here, and this is what we're going to extrude from. So if you want, you can go ahead and go to the front view, that way you can see in your extrusions. Now when we're done with this, we're going to smooth it using the NURMS toggle. So what we want to do at first is give it a small extrusion, that way it's got a little bit of room for the smoothing to hit the circle. And then we're going to extrude once more, about 25 this time, and then once more, and this one will be 0.5 to just give it a little room right there. And with that, we can then go to our object mode, right click, hit NURMS toggle, and there you have yourself a simple circular extrusion. Now you can use this on any model you're currently working on, but you just have to be careful the way you use it, because it messes up, if you don't do it correctly, you can mess up geometry, and also when you do it, you get when you're trying to add Swift loops, you get some weird stuff going on right there. Any resolution you really want to add to the top has to be done manually, but you can still add resolution to like the bottom to tighten that up, or closer to the top, and even just like along this plane here. But it's pretty simply done. It's just you need to know how to do it correctly, otherwise you can mess everything up. But with that, I will leave you to it. I hope this helped you. See you next time.